1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Parakalo dehumas adelphoi dia tu onomatos tu kuriou hemon Jesu Christou hina ta auta legete pantes kai me he en humin schismata ete de kater tis menoi en to auto noi kai en te aute gnome. Paul continues his letter now that all of the greetings are out of the way, and he begins this section with an exhortation, parakalo. Parakalo is an epsilon contract verb. Epsilon omega is the lexical entry, parakaleo. But of course, uncontracted forms do not typically occur in Greek prose and poetry, but only the contracted forms. I exhort you. Humas, as the object of parakalo, is masculine, plural, and accusative. I exhort you, and here comes then the address, adelphoi. This is masculine, plural, and vocative. Now you probably know that when a word ends with an accent mark, and that word is followed by, that is when there is an accent on the ultima, and that word is followed by another word, typically it becomes, the acute becomes a grave. An exception to that is when the word is followed by punctuation. So thus adelphoi is correctly accented with an acute. It doesn't change to a grave. I exhort you, brothers, adelphoi. And what about the de? Well, de here is a conjunction, and it has two valences, or two basic meanings, categorically. It can be adversative, or it can be continuative. I have given this lesson before. Adversative or continuative. Adversative is translated as but or however, something in that vein. It means the train of thought is headed in a different direction. Continuative means the train of thought is continuing in the same direction, and so it would be translated as something like moreover. And the translator must decide in each and every instance whether it is, broadly speaking, continuative or adversative. I believe, given the balance of evidence, that this one is adversative. You can check through the different translations and see how the translators construe it. But I exhort you, brethren, dia tu onomatos, through the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Dia, the preposition, plus the genitive means through, with the accusative on account of or because of. Through the name tu onomatos. This is neuter singular and a genitive. It's a consonant declension, third declension. Through the name of our Lord, the Lord, namely our Lord, Jesus Christ, Jesu Christou, in apposition with tu kuriou. Now comes the content of that exhortation. That's the hina clause, which has the subjunctives legete and the subjunctive e. I exhort you that you say, all of you say, ta auta, the same thing. So first, legete. This is second plural, present, subjunctive, and active. Its subject is pontes, and the subject is delayed a little bit because Paul is placing all of the emphasis on the unified confession which he wants them to make. Thus the object, ta auta, comes before the verb, which itself comes before the subject, showing that the subject is in some ways the least important. They must all make the same confession. And notice that ta auta, this is the pronoun autos, and it is in the attributive position. Attributive means simply that there is a definite article before it. When in the attributive position, we translate autos as same. There are two other uses of autos. We'll cover these in the next episode and finish the rest of this verse.